Good evening. Welcome to CBSBaltimore.com. Tracking Irma right now. This afternoon around 5 o'clock, just north of San Juan. That's the center of the eye, clearly defined. Look how concentric this hurricane is. Still very, very strong. Almost what we would call a Category 6 storm. It's moving off to the west-northwest. You kind of look at it, kind of moving off in this kind of general direction. It's going to pass north of Haiti and the Dominican Republic. Now, they're getting hurricane force winds and tropical storm force winds in northern Puerto Rico and across portions of northeast Dominican Republic. They'll be getting that later on this evening. You see it's heading off in that general direction to the southern Bahamas. I think the big question is, once it gets up in this area, a lot of the models have it making a big turn. Will it make that turn before it reaches Florida? That's something we don't know. Probably won't know until maybe on Friday. There's Cuba. We thought earlier it might go through Cuba. It looks like it's going to pass north of Cuba as it makes a big turn, perhaps in the eastern Bahamas, western Bahamas, and the east coast of Florida. It seems like a lesser threat now to the west coast of Florida, at least based on the current models that we've been watching. But the winds there gust to 225 miles an hour. Just remarkable. The storm has just taken on a whole new life of its own. It's incredible. Now, once it gets up by Saturday with winds of 155, Category 4. Now we're showing it here in the southern tip of Florida on Sunday with 145. Now the hurricane winds spread out 50 miles, so 50 miles either side of the track, we're going to have hurricane force winds. Tropical storm force winds go out about 175, 180 miles. So almost every portion of southern Florida, unless it's out here, will be affected by this hurricane. By the time it gets up to Monday afternoon with winds of 120, Category 3 may be coming right in around the South Carolina-Georgia border, around Savannah perhaps, maybe near Charleston. Then heading inland, it'll quickly weaken once it gets inland, but it'll be a big rainmaker, flood maker, and perhaps some isolated tornadoes as well. Now, we have actually 3 hurricanes. Yes. Jose, way out here in the eastern Atlantic. Irma, there you see the track. Gets to North Cuba and makes a huge right turn. Now, does it make that turn here, or does it make it here, or does it make it right through there? I mean, that's the east coast of Florida, pretty closely aligned there. There's still a bit of a gap there in some of the models, but once it gets inland, it's going to be sitting around here for a while. Then it gets pushed out. Yes, we'll probably see some, at least rain from this system, probably Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. Could see heavy rain. Now, it could be moving pretty quickly. That's good news. There's Katia, a new hurricane. It's going to sit right on the coast of Mexico and head toward Mexico. Jose actually is heading in a west-northwest direction like this. It may get close to the leewards, but it's also going to make a turn out in the Atlantic. Not at this point expected to really get much past the central portion of the Atlantic. That's the only caveat with that one. Take a look at Jose. There you see it, and see the track into the Atlantic, and then it starts to make a turn a little later on. But winds there about 80 miles an hour. And once again, we'll look at the track of, well, let's go back to that. Track of Jose. I forgot to have this loaded for you. There are the Leeward Islands, okay, right there. It's going to pass just west, and then makes a big turn. All the models pretty much have it getting out in the Atlantic. Maybe impacting Bermuda for sure in about a week or so. And it'll be a little stronger too. Around here, still rain in the region. Not as heavy as it was earlier, but it's been steady. But the back edge now just around Hagerstown. So another 2 hours or 3 hours, we'll still deal with this rain moving through the area. It's been a pretty long track of rain all day long primarily. It's been light, been moderate. The heaviest was on the eastern shore earlier, and that stuff's moving up toward Jersey, New York, and Connecticut. So we'll finally get rid of the rain later tonight. And it's cool. 63 Ocean City, 58 Westminster, 50 degrees in Oakland. We're stuck at 61, been there pretty much all afternoon. All this because of this low moving up off the east coast, taking the clouds and the precip with it. Behind it, the winds go back to the west-northwest. That'll dry things out. You can see the back edge not too far west of D.C. So we'll deal with this probably till about midnight, 1 o'clock, and then it'll start clearing out. Tomorrow looks like a really nice day, actually. Sunshine returns in the afternoon, and temperatures pleasant, low 70s. Same thing for Friday, and that second cold front will actually get us a little chillier for the weekend, but it should be pretty much sunshine. Maybe a few puffy clouds developing in the afternoon because of the cold air, but it's going to be a chilly nights. Saturday and Sunday night, we're talking about nights in the 40s, and low 50s. Saturday night, rain ends, clouds break maybe about 4 or 5 in the morning. Can be some fog a little bit, 55 by morning. Tomorrow, some sun and some clouds, pleasant high of 74, much drier. Look at these temperatures, 74 on Friday, but only 69 on Saturday. That's like October. 72, nighttime lows, upper 40s to low 50s, 73 to 60 on Monday. Clouds probably back on Tuesday. Rain likely here, I think, late Tuesday and on Wednesday of next week. Have an updated forecast come up later tonight, and of course an update on the tropics.